Hello everybody, welcome back. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to sketch a cute sloth hanging from the branch of a tree. So let's get started. I am going to start by sketching a light outline for how my sloth is going to look. So I'll start with my branch. I'm drawing a little dark so you can see, but when you're sketching, make sure that you start lightly so that it's easier to fix any mistakes. I'm going to start by sketching a little outline and make sure that you draw it light. I'm going to draw it a little dark so that it's clear on the screen, but start light so that if you make mistakes, it's easier to fix. So this is going to be my branch of the tree. Later on, I'm going to add some texture on that too. And now I'm going to lightly sketch a little outline for my sloth. So I'll start here. His leg is going to, right now I'm doing it like a simple shape. We can always go back and fix it. And then he's going to be hanging like this. And this is going to be the other hand. Go. And then it's going to come like this. And then his face. It's going to be here. We can come back and fix the shape more, but right now we have a little outline. So I want him to be looking like this. So I'm going to just change the shapes slightly. It's going to be his face. Yeah, so, and then can lift this part up. And then the other side of the feet, it's going to come back from there. And then you'll have his nails coming here. And then this side also. You can add the hands. And then it's going to come from the other side over here. Okay, so now let's start adding some texture. So I'm just going to fix the shape here. Yeah, I think this is good, so I'm just going to erase this part a little bit. Okay, so now I have my shapes. I am going to start adding some fur texture. I'm going to start by adding some claws on the leg over here. So go like this, and then on this side I'm going to come back. So this is going to be on the opposite side, so it's going to be like this. So that's why it's going to go. So it's going to come back somewhat like that. Okay, and then this hand, it's going to be claws over here. And then over this side, I'm going to show a little bit. There. Okay. So next I'm going to be adding my fur. Just curving it slightly. So the key is that after you're done with the fur, you should not be able to see the sharp line. So I'm going to start from the edges. Just go lightly. I'm going along the shape. This is the direction that I'm going, and that is important. So see, as his line is curving, my fur is also getting slightly curved. And then you have some here, and then it's gonna curve back. And I'm going along the shape here again. Again, curving it. And go straight down here, and then you change direction again. You have this leg. I'm gonna add a little curvy part here, so I'll have fur coming to this side, and then I'll curve fur there. Then on the stomach, I'm gonna draw the fur curvy like this. Now, and I have one more hand over here, forgot about that. Okay, so now I have the outline fur. I'm gonna add some fur on the face. I'll add some details on the face. So from the center here, he's gonna have fur coming down on both sides. Then I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna go from center towards this side. I'm doing a second layer. Then for this side, I'm gonna go this way. Every time you make sure that you're going along the direction and try to visualize it in your mind before you put it down on the paper. I'm gonna do another layer. It's okay if it came out of your initial outline. I'm just gonna blend it down over here. Okay, so I'm gonna have this. Then I'm going to place his eye just under the guidance line that I have drawn. And then from here I'll just do lightly. I have changed my direction from bottom to top over here. And I have also decreased my pressure with my pencil so that it's light and subtle. Then I'm gonna have a nose here, so I'll start with the side oval here, and then I'm gonna put him nostrils like this. And then I can add a little mouth. Now, if you have sketching pencils, you can use different shades. You can use a darker shade to do the eyes, but it is not necessary. You can just do it with your HB pencil too. Okay, now I'm gonna lightly create a darker shade around the eyes. Again, it's not as dark as this part, but it is still dark. And always it is best to start a little light if you are not sure how it's going to look, so that it's easier to erase it and start over. I'm going to darken the nose a little bit. Now I feel like the nostrils aren't dark enough, so I'm going to darken it more. And then I'm going to add a sharp smile on the face. I don't want to leave the whole area white, so very gently, you can even use a lighter pencil if you have. I'm gonna lightly, very lightly, I'm barely touching my pencil, shade it in. Darkening this area again a little bit. And it should still have that shape of the face. Adding some fur under. Okay, that looks cute. Again, every time I'm shading it, I'm going along that shape. This. Okay, now I gotta add some more fur inside of the body. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna visualize, I'm not gonna draw a center line, but I'm gonna visualize the center, and then on this side I'm gonna go along this line, and when I come towards this side I'm gonna go alongside that. So I'm going like this. I'm almost to the center, so my curve has decreased a little bit. Now from here I'm gonna change the direction to this side. You can add darker shades here and there, but be mindful of the direction that you're adding it. And don't like draw lines like this. It should be like light flicks. So there is a difference between this line and this line. So this is what we need to do. And then over here on the belly, I'm just gonna go along that direction. I'm going to do some shorter strokes here, and then I'm going to also add another layer which is going to match this side. I'm going to darken these corners. I'm adding more. The more fur you add, the better it's gonna look. So all it's gonna need is some patience to just create it lightly. Adding some darker shades here to create some bends. And then lightly shading in the inside parts. Okay. Now you can keep adding more and more. I'm going to darken these edges so that it's more clear. Give another bend here. Darkening the eyes one more time. Shading in around it a little bit. There you go. And then now I am going to add some texture onto my branch, and my line here is still showing, so I'm lightly going to erase it. And here also. Okay. Now I'm going to add some wood texture by creating these long rigid swirls. Look how my pencil is moving. It's like creating small dashes. If I draw just like this, that doesn't look so good. Instead, if I draw a rigid line like this, that looks more natural. Forgot to add fur on these back ones, so I'm just going to add that now. Just match it here. There you go. You can darken and add more if you want. And here we have a cute little sloth hanging from the branch of a tree. I'm just going to erase this. And here, I hope you all try this at home and let me know how it turned out. See you next time. Bye.